I mean, not that bad.
Hello and good morning. Thank you very much for joining us for another day of streaming school. It is lovely to have you join with us again. And I know some of you have been excited or perplexed in equal measure at some of the changes mentioned yesterday and some of the possible announcements of the return to school and possible this and possible that. So we'll all wait to see what the science says, but rest assured, we will be with you in some shape or form from now until when schools go back. Obviously with a lot of the teachers now having to return to some of the commitments that they have, whether we turn to more of a video-based focus or whether we have reduced lessons or a carousel lesson, we'll be getting that information to you. But the friendly faces that you've been seeing over the last couple of days weeks now. It's been 2 months, Nish.
Nearly, we're on our 6th week.
No, 6th week, right, brilliant. Yeah, it's gone so quickly. The friendly faces will still be with you in some way, shape or form. And thank you very much for all of you tuning in to listen to them. And the friendliest face of them all, good morning, Nish.
Good morning.
Great to have you with us again.
Lovely to be here.
And Mr. Action Jackson, newly fathered. How are you, buddy?
I am doing very well, man. I'm doing very well. You know, she's actually waking me up earlier now, actually, which is a good thing. Because I normally have a little bit of lying, but now she's like, nope, you got to get up now.
Yeah. We'll see how charming and nice you find that over the next couple of days, my friend. Enjoy this new form of hell. But yeah, brilliant. The screen is yours, my friend. So yeah, thank you very much.
Excellent stuff. Good morning, everyone. This is Action Jackson, UK Ambassador for Happiness, here on a Monday. I'm so fired up today, and I'll tell you the reason why I'm so fired up today. If you've never seen me before, my name is Action Jackson. This is the opportunity for me to inspire you. I'm the resident motivator here at Free Streaming School, and my job is to get you inspired, get you focused, and get you amped up for the day. And as usual, I always have my music in the background. And today I've gone for the hip hop type of kind of beat. Because if there's one thing I want to tell you today is this: you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have the best in the world, irrespective of what's happening around us. If there's one thing you have, and that is life. You've got life. And with life, you can make anything happen. There were some people that said, tomorrow I'm going to do this, tomorrow I'm going to do that. Sadly, they didn't make it into tomorrow, which is today. But you are here today and you are alive, you are well, you're looking at me right now. And I want to help you understand that once you have this opportunity called life, your mind is one thing that you need in order to actually step into your goals. So this morning I woke up and I was thinking about my goals and my dreams. And just a bit about who I am. I'm a motivational speaker. I've always had the dream of having my own television talk show and do films and write books and do great things. But I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was going to make it. So guess what you do whenever you entertain negative thoughts? You put your dreams to the back and you bring your fears to the front. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what stage you are in your educational journey. If there's one thing I believe, there is a dream inside of you waiting to come out. I don't want you to see education as just the beginning and the end. It's a stepping stone to that dream. And this morning, I want to sort of wake up the crazy person in you. What do I mean by the crazy person? Well, the crazy person is the individual that has a crazy dream. Now, if I said to you one day I'll be able to talk to you on my phone 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you'd say, that's crazy. How can you do that? Well, here's the truth. You're watching me right now. There's a dream buried deep within you. Now, I get inspired by a lot of people. And one person that inspired me, he passed away, Steve Jobs. And what I want to do, I want to read a poem. Well, poem, speech, whatever you want to call it. But it's available online. He says this: here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in a square hole, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. But the only thing you cannot do is ignore them, because they change things. They push humanity forward. And while some may see them as crazy, we see genius. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do think differently. Today, I want to challenge you to be a different thinker. This poem is available online. Just type in Steve Jobs, Crazy Ones. And I just want you to just analyze. I mean, when we're doing poetry, we do poetry annotation and stuff. But I do want you to break this down, to start thinking about, how do I want to move humanity forward? Now, here at the free streaming school, we're crazy. Why? We've decided to come together every day to do this live feed to help you. That's a crazy idea. But here's what we're doing. We're trying to move humanity forward. I was just talking to Leon right now, and he was like, whatever we're doing, we're going to have to move forward. We're not going back. The new normal, that we're not going to go back to things as before. We're going to the new normal. So for you, you're never too young to think crazy ideas. Just on Sunday, I put up a post that says, stop looking for validation, because your imagination is your validation. I want you to start dreaming now. I want you to start thinking about how you're going to use your gift to change the world. I want you to start thinking about, how am I going to take what I have to change things, to move things forward, as the poem said. What's your dream? How are you going to change the world with it? You might say, oh, but I'm too young. I'm not that skilled. No. Stop that. Stop that. Start with a problem you would love to solve and then come backwards. My frustration is we send people to university and we don't tell them the real reason why they need to go to university. So whatever you do today, I want you to join the Crazy Club. Yes, join the Crazy Club. And the Crazy Club is a club of people with great crazy ideas that wants to change the world. I'm part of the Crazy One. I hope you are part of the Crazy Club as well. Over to my crazy friends, Leon, Nisha, and Michael on this great, fantastic day.
Thank you so much, buddy. Have a great, great day. Really hope you're enjoying the time that you can with your newborn. And yeah, we look forward to picking up with you a little later on.
Indeed. Take care, mate. Thank you so much.
God bless. A very good morning to you, Michael.
Morning. How are we?
Yeah, well, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Very good. All bright and bushy-tailed. It was nice having a bit of a longer weekend to be with the family, if anything else. You know, it's not like I went out anywhere, was it, really?
Well, yeah. Is any of your habits and routines going to change after the reflections recently?
Short answer, no.
Unlimited exercise, Michael. How can it not? Unlimited exercise. You get out there, buddy.
I know.
Unlimited.
Thank you for that.
I've seen a lot of irate people this morning. Hey, but you've gone somewhere for a haircut, Michael. Should I call the police?
My wife had a good go at it for me. So
yeah.
you can see, it was too Lego for me. Too Lego. So we had to do something about that.
I don't know whether I'll ever come out of this hibernation mode. This is nearly long enough to start braiding again. Like maybe just another inch or two. Next time you come up and see us at our base, obviously just you see the place is starting to look a little nice now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for anyone that's only really known us since we've been doing streaming school, the transformation from when I last came up prior to all this to what it looks like from the camera. Yeah. It looks very, very different, very nice.
It's nice, and we set up a just for those of you who don't know maybe much about Guide. We're a bunch of teachers, really. We've done a lot of online teaching training and a lot of student training hundreds of thousands of people. And we've just moved to a new office just before lockdown has kicked in, and we're going to invite people to do their training here, to do the development here, to do a lot of stuff here. So yeah, we've got a nice, quiet place that's going to be education focused. And hopefully it'll be a place where we can set off and kick off a lot of positivity in the education world, as we hope that streaming school's doing. And Mike, I think that was a really good, nice way to actually fill time till your lesson started at 10 o'clock. I mean, we did that expertly, really.
It was pretty smooth.
Very good.
But yeah, buddy. Well, look, the floor is yours. Have a fantastic lesson, and yeah, Nisha and I will see you the other side.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's no questions for you today, guys. So you can rest easy.
Thanks, Michael.
So, good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great long weekend. Whatever you did with it, restful, exercising, family time, revision, all those sorts of things. And obviously, I'm sure we'll talk about more and more over the course of the next couple of weeks. But we are starting to gear up, in the UK at least, towards moving back into traditional learning, whatever that looks like and how that will look. But obviously what's been great for you, we hope, is that you've now been working with us for a good number of weeks. You've got a solid base across a number of your different subjects, and hopefully, you know, not trying to blow my own trumpet, but hopefully English has been probably your most enjoyable part of this whole experience. No, it's okay. It's fine. So what I want to focus in today is another element of text type that you may or may not be asked to do in your exam, depending on your exam board. But it's another area of the English language that we have to have an understanding and a grasp of if we are to kind of understand what people are trying to do as writers to influence our thinking. So our focus today is going to be on writing a leaflet, essentially. So Nish, do you mind switching to my screen, please?
All right. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. So yes, we are looking at writing a leaflet today. And our main aims with this are twofold. One, we want to be able to know how to construct a leaflet, because it is an interesting form of writing, because it takes into account a number of different techniques that we've looked at over the course of the last few weeks. And as always, we're going to understand how to create an impactful piece of writing. And I've been saying this every week now, most lessons now, but please bear in mind that you should already know this. You know, we've seen the spider diagram a number of times now. I know that you've got posters of it up in your room. You've probably got it up on your ceiling, so when you go to sleep at night, it's there looking at you when you wake up. It's the first thing you see. So we should know all the elements that make an impactful piece of writing. Because again, remember, not just for English, not just for your exams right now, but for your entire adult life, if you're able to fully understand how to write something to a high standard, it's going to give you a great leg up in terms of you professionally and actually just interacting with the human race when using the English language as well. So let's waste no more time, shall we? And let's consider the leaflet structure. And we're going to look at two examples in a moment. Now, don't worry too much if you cannot see the text. It's kind of irrelevant. What you should be seeing is the formatting of the leaflet. So you can see here we've got 3 pages. Now, I'm going to ask, obviously, and this is where you may wish to, if you're looking back or you're watching this live, you may wish to pause this now. But I'm going to ask you to consider what you notice about the way it's been structured. So again, feel free to pause this if that is something you'd like to do now. Okay, so let's consider the structure of the leaflets here. And I'm going to go through a little bit of analysis. And if we're doing A-level language, or even looking at language at degree or marketing or media, this task that we're going to undertake very quickly now will be something you'll be expected to do. So again, remember we talked about the PASS, the acronym, purpose, audience, structure, text. So for us to understand the text itself, we also need to go through that. So the science of compliance, let's talk to a strain of maintaining QC registration is best to know. We enable you to get on with running your practice. So this is obviously, as you can see, a piece of technology, a company that's trying to sell equipment to dentists. All right? I bet you didn't think you'd be looking at this on a Monday morning, but here we are. So the purpose here is obviously to persuade. They're looking to sell something, so they're trying to persuade, and they do it a number of ways. I'm going to cover images as well. Remember, we're going to be focusing on the writing. So let's look at what we have here. So first and foremost, let us look at the headlines. So we have the headers here. So the science of compliance. So again, it rhymes, it makes it more memorable for us as a reader. And the message is very simple. It highlights that compliance is something that we need to do. Let us take the strain of maintaining your CQC registration. It's what we do best. So we're analysing the heading straight away. Us as a collective pronoun here, suggesting it's not just one person living in their bedroom trying to run a company. Strain of maintaining, it suggests that for dentists, the task of being compliant is a burden, difficult. It takes away from what they're looking to do in their profession. It's what we do best. So once again, leave it to us. There's a sense of trust here. We do it in the best possible way. Then notice, yes, we have headers, but we also now have bullet points. Why do we have bullet points in a leaflet? Well, because we're trying to get information across to the reader quickly. We're trying to make the main messages clear. So we have a nice bold heading, which again draws our attention to the information, and then we have the bullet points. So compliance assessment, policies and procedures, verbal and written instructions, pre-inspection audits, ongoing support to maintain your registration. So look, the number of bullet points highlight the number of things that they do. They seem professional. That's important. Notice that we are saying they, because we enable you to get on with the running of your practice. So again, collective pronoun, we do this, so you can get on with the stuff that you want to do as well. And then notice, you should call us. And that's interesting. That's interesting. Now, personally, I wouldn't have the modal verb should here. Notice how large the phone number is on this as well, in comparison to some of the text. Why? Because they're trying to ensure that you very clearly see the number you should be ringing. So modal verbs are verbs which describe a certainty of action. So could, will, must, should. And there's a difference between I should turn up at streaming school and I will, I must. So again, I go back to, and I'm showing my age a little bit for some of you, the Barack Obama slogans on this poster, which many of us will remember. Yes, we can. Really, really effective. Yes, we can. So yes is the affirmative, it will happen. We, collective pronoun, not I, but can, suggests that there is a level of certainty there. Not as much as will, because obviously then as a politician will suggest that it will happen. But should, you should call us. For me, that's not assertive enough. I'll have simply call us as an imperative sentence, so a verb sentence here. Now, and then here, we can't really see the text, but again, if we look very briefly, you know, you have ticked the boxes to say that you are compliant. You need to prove it, exclamation marks, or exclamatory sentences. Call us. See, now we have the call us. Simple imperative sentence to persuade you to do so. Then again, you can see here, we have the main text now, but some of it in bold to highlight its importance, and then some smaller text there. Let's look very briefly at the coloring. So again, we have the use of blue and white. It makes it clean, makes it clear. Obviously, if it was red, it would suggest a sense of anger or warning or danger. It's not doing that. And look at the images we have here. We have happy people. They are happy because they're working in this company. There they are getting on with the job. Notice they are trying to do their role. No one's sitting down doing paperwork in this leaflet because this company is suggesting they can do that for them. So you get the idea. And let's look at the structure of the next leaflet. So here, so this is a Chinese leaflet actually aimed at the EU around coronavirus. So again, notice you can see this will be folded. So we have obviously the main edit here. But notice the same principles applies. This is the first page. Isolate at home if sick. Observe quarantine if healthy, but we're exposed to the virus. Help fight COVID-19. So again, we have the use of slogans, clear information. Notice this isn't being cluttered with images. It's got lots of information, but once again, we see how can you prepare yourself? Well, rather than writing a long, lengthy essay, we have bullet points. Look at the verbs we're starting off with. Educate, activate, practice. So the whole idea here is about the doing, the verbs. So it's nice and clear and simple for us. And again, you can see here the QR barcode there for further information, but prepare, know, what is the novel coronavirus, so we can see how long ago this was written in terms of literally just a space of a month, how much things have changed. But here you are, some simple kind of frequently asked questions. Here's a question, here's an answer. Here's a question, here's an answer with bullet points. It's all obvious in terms of how we structure that text now. So nice and clear, use of headings to draw our eyes to certain parts, some use of questions. We have bullet points to make the information far clearer for us. And that's mainly the structure of our leaflets. Now, when we're writing them, and here we are, here is the poster boy of streaming school in terms of English. It is our spy diagram. And again, you should be able to do this now and highlight these without even looking at the text. So again, we know that obviously we need to plan anything that we do. And for English language, it's as simple as noting down some bullet points. And from there, obviously we expand on those in full sentences. We want to make sure that the skills we demonstrate are a variety of punctuation for impact. We want to make sure that we're using interesting vocabulary, and we'll look at that in a moment. Obviously, we'll make sure we spell those words correctly. And again, if you're unclear or uncertain sometimes with certain words, Well, the best thing you can do for any language exam is revise some key terminology that you want to include. So maybe 10 or 15 words to explore a variety of different moods, and then obviously you've got those revised. We obviously want to use a variety of sentence starters and sentence types. So we've looked at these leaflets already. We've used imperative sentences. So these are sentences with a command, but they tend to be, if you've noticed, those sentences were mainly simple and compound. But for us in their exams, we have to demonstrate all these skills, so we need to make sure we use complex sentences as well. Our paragraphs need to be nice and cohesive. They need to link together nicely when we're using them. We also want to make sure our work is sustained. So the end of our work needs to be as strong as the start. We want to have fun, because obviously we're trying to show off our skills. And to ensure that we've done that all correctly, we proofread. Because if we proofread our work carefully, then we should be looking at our work as if we're an examiner. So we should be ticking each element. Have I done this? Have I done that? And if the answer is no, you should have time to go back and change it. We should also be thinking about our task day as a leaflet. So again, you need to consider, okay, is it structured correctly? So that means, is it set out in the correct way? So if it is, then obviously that we're happy there. If we're not, then obviously it means you go back and change. Now, what I would say here is we are writing a leaflet today. So what no one's expecting you to do in exams is to start folding your leaflets up. No one's expecting you today to start to draw pictures and things like that. There's no need. So there's no need for your crayons and your colouring pencils if you ever ask to write a leaflet in your exam. Just the wording, please. So let's take a look at an example now, shall we? So here we have an example of a leaflet. And the leaflet here was designed, so we're aware, the task was to write a leaflet for teenagers and young adults in regards to keeping fit. So let's have a look at that together now. So I would have already planned this. And again, here we have our headers. What I've not done is fold this. There's no images and whatnot because I've not been asked to do that. So bear that in mind. So fit for life. Hey, you there. Yes, you. Why are you sitting on that sofa surrounded with a plethora of fatty and disgusting junk food whilst the sun is shining and life is passing you by? So it's persuasive because that's the task itself. Again, you can see we're using a variety of different pieces of punctuation. We are obviously using a variety of different elements of vocabulary. Disgusting, plethora means many. We get the idea. Too many of us these days are reluctant to do any form of exercise or take part in the actual world rather than the world of the internet or celebrity. This is ridiculous. So notice we have a simple, impactful sentence there. The benefits of exercising are so numerous that it's difficult to cover them all in this leaflet. I'm almost signposting that I'm writing a leaflet. A bit obvious, but you know, it never hurts. However, by the time you have read through this quick and informative guide, we have no doubt that you would have cleaned off the snack food from your chin, opened your front door, and embraced the benefits of unlimited exercise. I'm adding that bit for today. So the amazing benefits of exercise. So notice here, and if we just look, fit for life, the amazing benefits of exercise. We're going to go through what should happen, what would happen if I didn't listen to you. Make a positive change today. So you can see that the headers, before we even carry on reading, clearly signpost different sections that we may wish to look at. The amazing benefits of exercise. So again, exercise isn't just beneficial here, it's also amazing. Notice the positivity, notice the persuasion. As mentioned above, so you can see I'm signposting the cohesiveness of the paragraphing. The benefits of exercise are numerous. Experts suggest that just 30 minutes of exercise a day, which could be something as simple as walking to the shops and back, can have an amazing impact on your life. It could help you to reduce your chance of developing diabetes, help you to sleep at night, but more importantly, exercise helps you to feel good about yourself by releasing endorphins, which leaves you feeling fantastic about yourself. Therefore, semicolon suggesting the word therefore, enabling you to take on any challenge. Now, some of you may be sitting here thinking, well, you could have done that in bullet points. And yes, I could have done. But notice that here I do use bullet points later on. I'm aware that I want to ensure I'm ticking the boxes off for an exam as well. So please keep that in mind. Additionally, exercise helps to release stress associated with our daily lives. Homework getting too much? Go for a run. Exams starting to weigh down upon you? Get to the gym. Are your parents annoying you? Run it off at football. So not only does exercise help you look good, it helps you to relax. Fitness isn't just about looking and feeling good, which should be more than enough anyway. So notice we're using the brackets. We haven't used that yet. It could also help you make lifelong friends you can enjoy life with. Joining local sports teams enables you to meet a new and interesting people who could become best friends, some to share amazing experience with, or even help you to meet the opposite sex. Don't just take my word for it. This is 5-time Olympic gold medalist John Boy has to say about exercise. So again, we're using endorsement, celebrity endorsement here to persuade further. When I was younger, I had very few friends and spent all my time sitting inside watching boring TV. Then one day, this is how I think he sounds, by the way. Then one day, I was feeling sorry for myself. I began to watch the athletics, and I thought to myself, I can do that. So I went straight to my local athletics club after school, and I've never been happier. Almost instantly, I had new friends, more confidence, I became much fitter, and even met my now wife. Being fit is fantastic. So again, you can see here the persuasion, kind of going back to that dentist company here, trying to be overly persuasive about the benefits of it. However, if you hadn't made it clear, here are just some of the benefits again. So notice, here we go. Reduce risk of heart disease, reduce the risk of diabetes, reduce stress. So notice lower, lower, lower. Meet new friends and interesting people, increase your fitness levels, create routines to structure your life, help you to develop a strong and healthy physique, improves your quality. So again, we've got lower risks, heighten benefits. So notice the structure there. But what would happen if I didn't listen to you? Still not convinced? Well, let us tell you what could happen if you continue to live a life of slovenly manner. A lack of exercise can increase your overall chance of becoming obese, which brings with it a huge number of health and social risks such as heart failure and bullying at school. Sad but true. Not only this, but your daily quality of life is hugely impacted upon, as even getting up the stairs becomes a monumental struggle. Who wants that? This will then in turn lead to a growing sense of depression, which will perpetuate the problem. Notice vocabulary, notice the same quality, making you more unhappy, and probably lead you to become even fatter. 35% of teenagers in this country are now clinically obese, a number which is growing larger all the time. Notice it could be a pun there that I'm using. This can be avoided, however, if you continue to ignore the health risks. Chances are 4 times more likely to die earlier than anyone who simply walks to school. Why would you want to kill yourself when there is so much of the world to see? Shocking, hard-hitting hack there. And again, we can see more bullet points. And to end, we can see here that typically leaflets, as we saw, okay, if you want to know more, you want further information, contact these numbers, okay? And again, in an exam, we make them up. Don't make your facts, if you're using statistics, never make them ridiculous. 2000% of people agree. We don't need that. Make them seem realistic, but obviously make sure that they're doing their job. Nish, do you mind switching back to my face, please?
Sorry, we're on mute. All right, cool.
Thank you. So what were our aims today? Our aims today were to understand the structure of a leaflet. And we've done that today. We've looked at a number of different ways in which examples are structured. And again, very, very similar depending on the purpose and the audience as well. We've then considered how we construct writing at a high standard using the same techniques that we employ for every piece of writing. So hopefully you're getting the theme there. Now, if you so wish to, after looking at that example, you're now more than welcome to have a go yourself. You've got the time now to do the editing and make it look like a complete leaflet if you want to. But really, for exams, we're interested in the content, the writing itself. So feel free to have a go based on the topic of your choice. It could be that your leaflet is regarding surviving lockdown. If that's the case, fantastic. As always, guys, it's a pleasure to work with you. It'll be literature on Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that with you as well. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Really, really appreciate it, buddy. I hope you find some sunshine and some glorious ways to spend and cash in on your unlimited exercise. So you make sure you're going to make the most of that unlimited exercise, Mr. God. I expect nothing less.
Thank you. My best. Thanks, guys.
Brilliant. Thank you. All right, Nish. So next up we have
media.
Yeah, media studies. Always love those lessons. Always love those. It's really interesting as well because it's the only one that we do that's recorded. So, sorry, pre-recorded. So, yeah. But I think we're going to be moving to more pre-recorded lessons as time goes on. Just as while we keep having the doubts around school and when school's open and how school's open again. All right, my dear. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Right. Cool.